Hi y'all! Hello guys. Welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings. Tarot readings from the heart. It's been a long time, I know. Jeez. Oh my goodness. I know, I came... What happened? You know what happened, don't you? You know, for you guys that watch, are my avid watchers, thank you for, sticking with me in the channel and everything. You know that back in November, I took 3 weeks off because I was kind of really ill with flu, sciatica and a dodgy foot. Oh man, it was tough. And you know the story of that because I let you guys know what was going down with me, why I hadn't been on the channel. And then I recorded some videos for that week and then I was off again. So I think when I counted it up, because we're nearing the 7th, and I think it was the 7th of November that I actually went off. And then I came back near, I think it might have been something like, I don't know, the 30th of November or something when I re-recorded something. And then I went off again around the 30th or the 7th of December, something like that in between those dates. And then I came back again and I said, okay, I'm going to be more consistent. I'm a lot better. And I was a lot better and I have been a lot better. Thank you, Lord, because it was a bad illness back in November. But then, obviously, you guys know that I had, because I was ill, I had this huge backlog of clients. I mean, loads of them. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. Especially on the year aheads. I mean, I had people ordering other readings, but also a lot of year aheads, because it's the time of year when you have a lot of people wanting to do their 12-month forecast, that type of thing. And don't get me wrong, my website has always been I'm very proud of what I've created with the website. I'm very proud of the fact that I've created a very successful business. I'm now branching into other areas and things like that. It's great. But I noticed that because I'd been ill as well. Sorry, that's my Alexa. Alexa, don't turn on. I'm not talking to you. I noticed because I'd been ill, I'd had a lot of clients, and then I had more clients coming in for the year ahead. So I think all in all, in around 2 months, because we're nearing the 7th anyway, and when this reading goes up, it's probably going to be around the 7th of January or something like that. So all in all, in around 2 months, I've only been on twice. Sorry, guys, I'm really sorry, but first it was illness, and then it was, it's taken me literally 2 months to get all of the year aheads and the other readings done and down. And I'm now comfortably at a position where I can finally come back onto YouTube and record. So I just really wanted to come and explain why I haven't been on, why I've not been consistent with the channel. It's because I've been really busy on the website. So yeah, I'm going to try and be more consistent. Now what I thought I would do today, guys, is I want to do a year ahead for each of the signs. So we're going to do the usual live spread, but I'm not going to focus on the full 5 to 7 areas. The private readings do 5 to 7 areas, okay? This reading is going to be vastly toned down. So we're just going to look at today for 20... We're going to do... It's not even a year ahead. It's a 6-monthly reading that we're looking at, guys. So we're looking from January through to June, the end of June 2020. And all we're going to look at is the areas of love, career and finance. That's all we're going to look at in terms of what's coming in for the next 6 months for you guys. And then I'll do an update around the June time to look at what's coming in between June and the end of the year 2020, December 2020, okay? I'm also, instead of putting up a weekly this week, I'm going to put up a month ahead. So we're also going to look at, I know it's a little bit late, I know, but yeah, we're going to look from around January 7th through to February 7th, okay? So we're going to look, whatever time I know that this is going up, I'm going to put it from there. So we're going to look, yeah, we're going to look around January 7th or 8th through to February 7th or 8th. So we're going to do a monthly like that. And instead of having the 1st of Jan to the end of Jan, we're going to have a look at, Jan to, Feb, whatever the dates are, okay, that I start, all right? So that's what we're going to do. What time is it? 6 minutes in. Fast forward. If you don't want to hear my blarney, just fast forward, guys. You don't have to stick around. I've missed you anyway. I've missed all of you. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in. And thank you to everyone who ordered a year ahead. It was phenomenal. 2 months of trying to get down on a whole heap of people. Ugh. Sometimes, I would start at 5 in the morning and then finish at probably 1 in the morning. 5 in the morning, I'd get up and then finish at 1 in the next morning. I was like, oh man, I can't. I was like this, but yeah, God saw me through it, and I'm so grateful. I love what I do, and I'm just really grateful for everybody who's supporting me, and all of you guys that have come for private readings and really made my dreams come true and my business a huge success. So thank you very much. All right, let's get on with the reading, guys. Enjoy the year ahead readings. And also sitting next door, you've got your January 7th or 8th through to the February 7th or 8th month ahead reading. As from next week, I'll be back onto the weeklies, but really I just wanted to kind of just say thank you and put out a couple of kind of biggest, largest readings out to you guys, all right? Love you guys loads. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your live spread reading. I hope I haven't already done it actually. Let me have a look. Just having a look at what's been done today. I do so many of these, I've got to remember who's who and what's been done. No, I had done hang on, where are we? Capricorn, why is Virgo? I did a reading for Virgo, but I haven't written down what it is. That's the oddest thing why I didn't do that. Okay, not to worry. I'll sort that out later. Yeah, we're gonna do your live spread reading, okay? Here, and let's have a look at what's going on for Virgo between January and June 2020. We're using first things first. We're gonna do a spiritual message for you, okay? So I'm gonna put this here using the Quantum Oracle, favorite Oracle deck at the moment. So let's just shuffle and ask in 3 cards what the spirits and what the universe, what the kindred spirits in the universe would like you to know, what advice they have for Virgo in between January and June 2020. Okay, so we've put down our first 3 cards, Virgo, and Spirit would like you to know, right, so in terms of your consciousness, I think it says present power. Okay, so it feels like with the consciousness, because with these cards you have an area that you need to focus on. So this area with the yellow border at the top here is all about your consciousness. So it's about the way that you think. And not referring to the booklet, because I don't always want to refer to the booklet, and I feel that these cards are really good for just using your intuition. I feel that really, in terms of how you think, you need to present yourself as powerful. So it's almost like visualize. When I look at this card, it reminds me of, or it makes me immediately think about visualization. Because in the consciousness area, some of the cards that you get in this deck are about lack. So, for example, a lack consciousness. So when you have like a consciousness that deals with kind of, you know, it's all about lack, you're thinking in negative terms. You're thinking about the things that you don't have, like I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough clothes, or I don't have enough this, or I don't have enough that. And usually when you think about, you know, with a lack consciousness, you just encourage the universe to give you more, because the universe is really just a reflection of us and how we feel and think. So with the consciousness area, you really need to start kind of visualizing yourself, I feel, here with these cards as being really, really powerful. And I just love on the cards how we have a lion and I don't know what the other one is. Is that a tiger? Somebody, sorry guys if it's not, it looks like a tiger though. It looks like a lion and a tiger, and they're, you know, I think that they've been put on this particular deck because lions and tigers are very, very powerful beasts. So I think you've really got to present yourself, and if it's in your consciousness, you've really got to start kind of visualizing yourself as being really powerful. And I think the universe wants you to start seeing yourself in that way and visualizing yourself in that way, Virgo. Let's have a look at the next one. The cycle is, and you know, it's going to bring a transformation, because the cycle cards talk about a cycle that, you know, cycles change. You know, it's like the Wheel of Fortune, it goes round. So I feel that if you can visualize yourself as being a very powerful individual here with the consciousness area of present power. So present yourself as powerful, but if it's in your consciousness, the only person you're presenting yourself as powerful to is yourself. And that's you visualizing yourself as being a powerful being here, Virgo. I think it's going to bring a transformation with the cycle energy. It's going to bring a new phase, and it's going to transform you as an individual. The next card is decrease. So it's funny, you've got 2 cycles here. 2 cycle cards. One cycle deals with transformation and the other one is decrease. So there's going to be, when you get the decrease, it means that things are lessening. And there's going to be a decrease in something here with this. We're going to ask what's decreasing though. This is good. Visualize yourself as powerful. It's going to bring in a transformation here. So if you see yourself as powerful, there's going to be a very powerful transformation here in which there will be a decrease. What is the decrease though? Let's have a shuffle of what that is. What is this decrease? What is the decrease? Show me in One card, show me. Right, so the intention, that's interesting. There's going to be a decrease in the intention, the honouring path. That's an interesting one that should show up. So we've got the fear. I think there's another card, because it would be weird that there would be a decrease in honouring your path. Okay, but the intention is to honour the path of fear. That's why I thought there needed to be another card, because it couldn't be that you would decrease the intention of the path. But then it could be you're decreasing the path, it's decreasing the intention of the path that you honour. So the path that you honour may be the path of fear. So you honour the path of fear, and that path is the energy that you put out there, which is fear. So I think what it's saying here is, Virgo, that over the next 6 months, you really need to start visualising yourself as being a powerful being. With these cards here, okay? So present yourself as powerful through consciousness. So through visualization, see yourself as being a really powerful individual, okay? I feel that this will then bring a new cycle in, one of transformation, in which there will be a decrease. And this decrease is going to be around the path that you've been honoring for a long time, which is the path of fear. So it's the energy that you've been putting out there, which is one of fear, okay? The intention that you put forth is the path. You put forth an intention, and that intention is to honour a path. Now, I for the intention, now we would never, let's face it, when you put an intention out, you don't put an intention out that's negative. Nobody does. But it might be that the intention that you are not seeing. So sometimes when we put out intentions, we don't actually intentionally do it, if that makes any sense. Sometimes when we do something and we put an energy out there, it's unintentional, but it goes out as an intention, if that makes any sense, because what you put out to the universe reflects back to you. So if you put out the energy of fear to the universe, then generally the universe will respond, and it will bring you more things in that you don't like with that fear, because you've honoured the path of intention, albeit the intention is something that you didn't consciously set out to put out, but you put it out. The intention that you put out is the energy, all right, because all intention is really energy. So for example, if my intention is to is to make £1 million by the end of the year. So if I in January put out an intention, Virgo, to make £1 million by the end of the year, by December 2020, then the energy that I'm going to be coming to that with is one of positivity, one where I'm visualizing myself as being powerful, one where I'm visualizing myself as being strong, one where I'm visualizing myself as being rich, one where I'm visualizing myself as having £1 million, one where I'm visualizing myself as taking the steps to make that money. So I'm kind of, I'm saying, right, universe, I'm saying to myself, right, I'm going to be rich this year, I'm going to make £1 million, that's my intention. And I might just say that to myself, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I start taking the steps to do that. Does that make any sense to you? Whereas if your intention, if you honour the path of fear, so you set an intention of fear out there, but you don't knowingly do it. So for example, I'll give you an example on what I mean. The universe is saying to you, Virgo, you need to start visualizing yourself as being powerful, because it's going to bring this cycle of transformation in over the next 6 months, one in which there's going to be a decrease. We ask, well, what is the decrease? And it's the intention that you put out there, the intention that you are honouring the path. So it's an intention to honour a path. And what is the path that you're honouring? Well, it's the path of fear. All right, so you don't even know. Nobody would knowingly set that intention. So it's the things that you do, Virgo. For example, if you, for example, say, right, I want to go to, say you've never been abroad. You say, I'm going to go abroad this year. But then you don't do it, for example. You say, you make up all sorts of excuses why you can't go abroad. You're honouring the path of fear. All right, because you're putting out you say, I'm going to do something, but then you don't end up doing it. And there's hidden reasons why you don't do it. And they're usually based on a fear of doing something. So the universe is saying you need to start visualizing yourself as powerful. It's going to be a transformation in which that transformation is then going to decrease the path that you have, the intention, stroke path that you have been honoring for far too long, which is one of fear. It's all about getting rid of the fear. And I'm finding that in a lot of cards and a lot of readings showing up for the signs in terms of their 6-month forecast, that a lot of people have these blocks that need to be removed. And a lot of these blocks are based on fears that people have been holding on to for probably quite some time. All right, that is your spiritual message for the next 6 months. It's all about dealing with those blockages that you're putting in the way if you can deal with those blockages, and if you can, I think one of the biggest ways, one of the best ways, Virgos, that you can do that is by visualizing yourself as being really powerful. I mean, really powerful. Focusing and visualizing yourself as being that lion or tiger, being a leader, being somebody who takes charge, being somebody who's not afraid. I know it's hard to do, but if you can just visualize yourself as being that person, you'll find it's going to bring this massive transformation. And you'll find that the things that have been standing in your way, namely fear-based things, are going to start to decrease. Okay, there we go. I'm going to come back now with your life spread. Bear with me. Hi Virgo, so this is the life spread we are using for the main body of the reading. So we're focusing on 3 areas. That's your love life, your career and finance. Remember, we're just cutting this down a little bit this year so we can fit it all in. So we use the Light Seers Tarot for that. Absolutely adore this deck. We're then going to use for the anchor. The anchors are the cards that basically explain what the long-term outlook is for a particular area. Okay, so we use the beautiful major cards from the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and finally we use for your advice for the next 6 months, the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. All right, let's get on with the reading. Okay, Virgo, so we've got the cards down. Let's have a look at what the universe has to say. We want to have a look at the love area first. It's really funny, you had 2 cards that came out together for the love area, looking at your love life in 2020. Well, the first 6 months, January through to June. Let's have a look at the first card. So you've got a King of Coins, Virgo. Could be you, it is Earth, but I feel that this is someone else. Now, the King of Coins in terms of love is, he's a tricky one to read, I won't lie. Most readers will read this guy as being loyal, committed, a safe bet. He's somebody that you can trust. He's somebody that will put food on the table. He's someone who works hard, for his family. He's a very secure, grounded and stable character in terms of a love reading. But also remember, he's a pentacle guy as well. And I remember when I used to he used to show up for some Scorpio readings, and I had no end of people cussing me down when I explained this guy to be sex crazy at times, and he can be, because he's material. For goodness sake, he's like, he's a pentacle guy. So this guy also is the type of guy. There's a few things about the King of Pentacles as well. Obviously he is someone who's very dependable. He's well in love. He definitely is. Very committed. You can see when you get a dog on a card, it talks about loyalty. So he's got a dog at his side. He does look very comfortable though. He's a very comfortable guy. He's very secure in himself. He's got the pentacle. He likes to be comfortable and secure. He loves, 2.4 children and white picket fences. He's a very traditional person. Pentacle people are very traditional. They don't like doing things differently. They like to know where everything is happening and they like to have a routine. So he's very routine based as well. I dare say that this guy is very loyal, very, very loyal. But also remember, he is Earth, so he's all about kind of the money and the status, and he loves sex, and he loves good food and good wine and all the rest of it. And and he's also a businessman as well, so he's a great provider, a very, very generous individual. Is the King of Coins energy as well, an extraordinarily generous person, Virgo, when you get this dude showing up here. He looks very well to do. He's sat in a library. He's he's just looked very, very comfortable as well. Let's have a look at what's showing up with the King of Coins energy. Oh, we got 2 kings. What the hell? Right, you got 2 people around you. The energy of 2 men. If you're a woman, it's 2 men. If you're heterosexual and a woman, it's 2 men. If you're, if you're lesbian or if you're gay, then it's a partner. If you're lesbian or gay, then this could be a female with very strong male energy. If you are gay, like homosexual, gay, are we allowed to say homosexual still? I'm not sure, but yeah, if you're a guy and you like guys, then this is someone around you. But either way, it doesn't matter. This is 2 geezers basically around Virgo. Oh, nice, juicy. What's going on then? What's going on underneath this for love? What's happening? Oh, the Emperor, right. So the energy that's going to unfold underneath this is the Emperor energy. And the Emperor, for me, in a love reading, can mean a couple of things. It can either mean that you're divining some boundaries. It can either mean with the Emperor energy that you are trying to build order and stability within a relationship. Sometimes the Emperor can mean marriage as well. What's going on here? Oh, the Magician energy. So this is you got mages, 2 mages showing up here. That's incredible. Mages in a reading talk about big energies, and these are usually when you get mages in a reading, it's especially something like a yearly reading, there's certain things that are out of the control of an individual, so there's nothing that you can do about it. The Emperor and the Magician, the Magician energy in terms of love is all about an attraction. It's about creating a new a new energy, a new relationship, because the Magician can be something that suddenly happens. The Magician can be about kind of this spark that you experience here. The Emperor, it's interesting because you've got one card that indicates order and one card that indicates flow. All right, let's have a look at the next one showing up here. You've got the 8 of Coins as well. So the 8 of Coins is all about putting effort into the relationship here. Okay, well, I definitely feel here that you are creating with this Magician. It feels like you are creating and you are building and you are creating a relationship with either one of these. It's interesting because you've got 2 kings, and I think that these are 2 people. The energy is that there are 2 people around you, and underneath this, you are trying to build something. You are trying to build and create a relationship, possibly with both of them here, by putting the work in. The 8 of Coins is all about putting the work in. It feels like you're trying to build something quite solid. You're trying to create something, so you're trying to build and create something with these individuals here by putting the work and the effort in. But how can you build and create with 2 people? Especially if it's romantic love. So maybe one is a friend, maybe one is a lover. It doesn't have to be that they're both lovers. I mean, the love area could definitely just be friendship, you know, it doesn't always have to be romantic love. There's 2 very important people around you, a King of Swords, King of Coins. One of them might be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The other one is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. But I certainly feel with the Emperor and the Magician, it almost feels like you are, and also with the Magician energy, we could be speaking as well, communicating. And the Emperor energy is all about order. And structure as well. Okay, so there's structure here, communication showing up here. Maybe, this could just be work. So there could be kind of structure and communication. So communication quite structured or stilted maybe in terms of and just working. So maybe this is just kind of working relationships maybe. But this is the love area though. So we have to keep it within the confinements of what it is. And it is love because this is, this area represents romantic love. I just feel that you've got a couple of people that coming into the frame. They're crowning the reading. King of Pentacles, King of Swords. 2 men showing here, very important individuals, and you're experiencing underneath these men the Emperor energy here. All right, the Emperor energy here, which is all about building a solid structure, and the Magician is creating, talking about this and putting the effort in. I just feel that you're kind of talking about building some form of a secure structure concerning these people here, and you're putting a lot of work into doing it. So it could easily be that there are just 2 people around you. One might be romantic, one might be a really good friend. But I do feel that in the next 6 months you're kind of talking maybe, because this is ruled by Mercury, is the Magician. So this is all about communication as well. You're communicating and talking about dreams and how you want to create this solid structure, I think, with the Emperor energy, and how you're going to, because between kind of the Magician sits between the Emperor and the 8 of Coins. And if you thought about the 8 of Coins as being the worker card, where you are working hard with the Emperor energy to build some form of a foundation and surrounding the Magician, so it's all about kind of the communication. So it feels like you're communicating and you're talking about what you would like to create with both of these people, and it's all about you guys kind of working hard. And this is actually, funnily enough, Virgo, first deacon in Virgo. Can't remember whether it's a Saturn card though or not, is the 8 of Pentacles. It might be that this is Mercury as well, but it doesn't matter. Because I actually feel that you are kind of talking here with the Magician being Mercury. You're talking, communicating with a couple of people here, this King of Swords and this King of Pentacles, about you know, building with this Eight of Coins energy, a very solid structure. So a very solid foundation with both of them. I don't think it's two timing or anything like that. Not unless the outcome shows maybe, you know, a Two of Swords or a Two of Coins, maybe having to work out which one. But we'll see, where is this heading with these people? It's heading towards, what is this? Justice. Okay, it depends on what justice is. Do you have a big decision to make? Because justice can show up when you've got a big decision to make. Because it could be that there are two people here around you, Virgo, and maybe you are talking with this magician energy about trying to build this structure, working hard on building a foundation with both of them. Maybe the overall outcome is that you have to kind of make a really big decision with the justice energy, where maybe everything is heading to justice. But if everything is heading, where is everything heading? It's heading towards justice. I'm going to clarify that justice card and just ask if it can give us kind of magnify that justice energy and tell us what it means. Let's have a look, because justice can mean a big decision that finally needs to be made, but justice can also mean balance and harmony at the same time as well. What do you mean by justice in two cards? Justice can mean kind of, you know, balanced relationships. That's what justice is as well. Rewarding relationships, justice. What do you mean that everything is heading towards justice in the love area? Because you can't marry, justice is also a marriage card, but you can't marry both of them. Not unless this man here this energy is actually a reflection of who the King of Coins is. But it's clearly showing two males around you. So, Universe Spirit, show me in three cards, what do you mean by justice? Magnify justice for me and show me what you mean by justice as being the overall outcome over the next 6 months concerning this situation in three cards. Right, so we've got the Three of Wands. Okay, so this is reaching out, networking, talking, communication. Oh, so we've got an Eight of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So the Eight of Swords in the reverse is being freed from a prison. Okay, so what's the next one showing up here? And then you've got the Two of Swords would be Venus in Libra. There's a decision that needs to be made here. So the Three of Wands energy. It feels like, because the Three of Wands is the card that indicates visualization as well. So it's almost like some of you guys, it feels like you're envisaging yourself kind of being freed from a prison here. But it feels like you need to make a decision. The Two of Swords is you're facing a decision on how you do this. But what is this prison that you visualize yourself being free from? What is this Eight of Swords reversed? What is this Eight of Swords reversed in 1 to 2 cards? What is that? Right, so the Empress reversed. Lack of prosperity, lack of money, lack of growth. You got so, oh my God, the Nine of Cups in the reverse. It feels like, do you know what it feels like to me? I'm not being horrible or anything, Virgo. It feels like you're hedging your bets. That's how it feels on the love area. It feels like to me, and you're probably going to think, what the hell, Carol? But it feels like you're hedging your bets between two people here. And that's why I think that you're the Magician. And actually, funnily enough, the Magician rules Gemini and Virgo. So that is your card. That is one of your major cards because it rules Virgo, the house of work and service. All right. And Virgo is also a very inquisitive side. You know that you're ruled by the Hermit. So it feels that a side of you, the side that this rules is communication. So Gemini, because it rules Gemini, Gemini rules communication. But also the Magician rules Virgo. So Virgo is all about work and services. So the Magician can also be enterprising. So for example, this can be the card of work and commerce and working with others, for example, on, business transactions, that type of thing. And it feels like here that you are working with this Magician energy, showing up here. You are kind of, because it represents you, it's all about how you work and how you are working through situations. But I feel that what I see here, Virgo, is that you seem to be doing a lot of talking here as the Magician here. So almost like if you look at this Magician, can you see how he's kind of like generating all of this kind of, this lovely kind of whirlwind stuff on the card? It almost looks like he's generating magic. So it's almost like you're generating a certain type of magic here. An illusion. It's almost like you speak, because it's Mercury and it deals with communication and talk. It almost feels, Virgo, like you're speaking about kind of putting the working towards Eight of Coins energy, building a foundation. The Emperor is all about building a strong foundation. It's a number 4 major arcana, so it's not at the end of its journey. It's still got work to do, even though it's an Emperor. So it feels like you're talking about building with the 8 of coins, you know, this foundation with these two people here. But it feels like that the overall outcome where it's leading to is justice, a big decision. So I'm going to read that as a decision, because I feel that what's going to happen for some of you, and obviously it won't be for all of you, and it will be if you're single, that some of you guys are visualizing yourself, I think, with the 3 of Wands as being out of some form of a prison. It feels like you're kind of, your hands are tied in a situation, and you're visualizing with the 3 of Wands, that 8 of Swords in the reverse, being out of a prison here. And in order, and because you're visualizing that, you have to make a choice with that 2 of Swords energy. Who's going to be the best bet to get you out of that? Now, what is the prison that you're in? You're in the prison of the Empress reversed, which means that you're not in a particularly comfortable state. Some of you guys, it might be a financial situation with the Empress reversed. Some of you guys, it might be that there's a lack of fulfillment in your life. Maybe you've not become a mother yet or something, or you've not had children yet, or you're not married. And maybe you're just unhappy about that, because the Empress is a married woman as well. When she's in the upright, she's got kids, she's satisfied, she's secure, she feels really comfortable in her life, you know, things are going well for her. But reverse, this is somebody whose life is kind of empty. So it might just be that some of you guys are feeling that your life is empty with the Empress reverse. You know, you're not satisfied, you've not accomplished motherhood, or you've not accomplished marriage, or you've never settled down with the Empress reverse. And the 9 of Cups in the reverse, it's left you feeling really unhappy. So I get the impression, looking at these cards, it's not that you're being clinical, I get the impression that some of you guys have really come to a place, and a lot of you guys watching this may actually be kind of mid-30s going up to your 40s as well, where I think, Virgo, you've just not achieved the marriage state. You've not achieved, some of you guys haven't got children. Even if you have got children, you've raised them on your own, for example, single mom. Some of you guys have never been in love with the Empress energy in the reverse. You've never had the chance to nurture. You've never found your soulmate ruled by Venus. This is all about love that is, you know, a shared connection with the Empress energy, 2 people who come together to nurture relationships. Some of you guys probably have never had that. Some of you guys are feeling unhappy because you feel that you've been left on the shelf with the Empress in the reverse. And I feel that really all this is saying is that you are visualizing 3 of Wands. You are looking for someone as well with that 3 of Wands who can release you from this with the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So did that, you know, because you feel like this, I think, Virgo, with that Empress reverse, and you are feeling unhappy about all of that stuff I just mentioned with the Empress, you are therefore looking, 3 of Wands energy, you're looking for someone. You're probably, you know, communicating with people here as a way to release you, 8 of Swords energy reversed, from that state of the Empress and the 9 of Cups in the reverse. You know, there's unhappiness here, not married, no children, never been in love maybe, or never felt love maybe, never felt cherished, never felt anything from anyone. You know, there's a great deal of unhappiness with that, and you're looking for someone who can free you from that. So therefore you have a couple of people here that you are talking to about building this foundation, building a home with that type of thing. But and I think that both of them show up as good, because otherwise why are you being faced with a decision as to who you choose? So I actually feel this is a phenomenal love reading. You guys, it's interesting if this resonates with you. You know, if it resonates with you, I just get the impression some of you guys have never really been loved. Some of you guys don't have children. Some of you guys never been married. Some of you guys never, you know, been able to settle down with someone that you can share your life with. Even if you have done it, it's not turned out very well. And I think within the next 6 months, you're going to have these 2 geezers turning up here, and they're equally going to be they're both equally as good. They're both equally as, you know, they're both equal potential, you know, and I feel underneath that there you are as the magician kind of talking about, you know, creating this life with them, you know, talking about putting the work in, putting effort and hard work into building a solid foundation with both of them, because I feel that it's going to be a case of that the you Virgos that this resonates with, you're not going to actually be able to choose because they're both so good. So I think a couple of really good potentials are coming in terms of love, and I feel that the universe is really turning around you and saying, and also with the Justice card, it's not just that you're, you know, where things are going is that that you're going to be faced with this massive decision. I also feel that the way where things are heading to as well is fulfillment, because Justice is also about fulfillment in love. It's about finding your partner, finding the right person for you, finding the person that balances you out. So where things are heading, either way, whichever one you choose, you can't win, you can't fail. I know it makes it harder, but whichever guy you choose, Virgo, you just cannot fail. You can't fail. They're both as good as each other. Let's have a look at what's going on around career. So the energy is the Page of Wands. So I'm seeing a new venture with this Page of Wands. The Page of Wands would talk about a new venture. It's like the Fool card. There's a new opportunity in terms of work with the Page of Wands coming in here. The Page of Wands could be an opportunity to, you know, usually this would be a new role, so there might be an opportunity for you to start from the bottom upwards as well. Page of Wands, if it's work, it's somebody who goes in at entry level as well. But I do feel there's a new opportunity that's going to arise here with the Page of Wands as well. Also in terms of career, you could be getting some good news, things like publishing a book, that type of thing, because the Wands are all about creativity. And if you get the Page of Wands energy, sometimes this is good news. Things like you get published, or, you know, your agent tells you that you've got a part in a film, that type of thing. So what's going on underneath that? What are you experiencing? So you're experiencing the Queen of Cups, Virgo. This could be a person around you with the Queen of Cups energy showing up here. What's the next card here? The Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins, you're receiving something. Maybe you're receiving something from this individual with the Queen of Cups energy showing here. What's the outcome card here? The Hanged Man. Okay. So it might be that something is put on hold here, though, with that Hanged Man. All right? Because I feel that you're going to receive... it feels to me like there's a new opportunity. And under that opportunity, we've got what you're experiencing is this woman is offering you. I think there's a woman here. This Queen of Cups, very nice lady, is offering you a position here. Six of Coins. But I feel with that Hanged Man energy that you tend to step back and review it, Virgo, with the Hanged Man energy showing here. Also, it could be, though, that a woman here is offering you, Six of Coins energy, a very comfortable position, because Hangman can just be comfortable. But it could also be things that are left on hold. We'll probably clarify that in a moment. Actually, I'm going to clarify it now. What do you mean by the Hanged Man in two cards? Can you magnify the Hanged Man for me? What do you mean by the Hanged Man in two cards? Right. So you've got the Justice card in the reverse showing up here. So there's an imbalance here, or there's a lack of judgment here, or there's not wanting to decide just as yet. Justice doesn't have to be that it's unfair. Justice could simply be, I haven't made a decision as yet, with the Justice card in the reverse here. Let's have a look at the next one. The Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So it feels like this delay showing here, because I feel a woman is going to offer you something here. It's a new position with this Page of Wands energy, because it comes under, this is crowning the reading. So there's a new position showing up here, and it's coming underneath that. What you're experiencing is a woman here who is offering you this position here, but you're taking a step back to review it. And it feels like that this is, I asked, well, what do you mean by Hanged Man? Well, what I should be saying is, what is this about? Because I do feel there's a delay here. You take a step back to review whether this is something that you really want to kind of go for, with the Hanged Man energy showing here. And it's about the Justice in the reverse. So you might actually feel that the offer is unfair with the Justice energy in the reverse showing here. The Two of Cups in the reverse, there's a lack of agreement here with the Two of Cups in the reverse here. And we've got also the Hermit. And that's you, Virgo. You're looking into the Two of Cups in the reverse. You can see clearly that this is not that this is not fair. All right. It's almost like you delay doing this because you feel that the offer isn't fair. Justice in the reverse, actually. Yeah, it's unfair. Let's put it like that. You review it. You hold. This is you, I think, the Hangman, kind of holding back, delaying it. You're not saying yes as yet. Probably because you feel that the offer, Six of Coins energy, is unfair with the Justice energy. And you can see that the relationship, the Two of Cups energy in the reverse, you can see the cracks in it, I think. I think you can see it not working out, because the Hermit, when it looks into a card, it's discovering it. All right, so you're just... Sorry, I thought I heard something. So you're discovering with that Hermit energy showing there that this is... I mean, the Two of Cups is... an agreement card. It's a partnership card. When that card, but you're discovering the Two of Cups reversed. There's no balance here. The Two of Cups in the reverse. There's no agreement. You're discovering this energy here. You're discovering, because you're looking into it, the Two of Cups in the reverse. You're holding back. You don't think it's very fair. You don't think that the offer is fair. And you're discovering, being the hermit that you are, Virgo, you're discovering this Two of Cups in the reverse. It's almost like you're discovering that this is not a balanced agreement. Okay, this is not a fair agreement. It's not a fair agreement, okay? You just, it's not a fair agreement. You don't think it's very fair what this person's given to you. Showing up here, okay? I'm going to just clarify that Two of Cups reverse. What do you mean by the Two of Cups reversed? What do you mean by the Two of Cups reversed in 1 to 2 cards? Right, the Six of Cups. Something to do with, it doesn't always have to be the past, but this can be a child here who's being offered something here. Queen of Wands, energy showing here. Two of Cups reversed. It's almost like you are the Queen of Wands. It's when you're a queen, whether you're a Queen of Wands, Queen of Coins, who are usually the worker cards, you've got a lot of experience. And it's almost like, if you look at this Six of Cups, can you see what the child is being offered? That's the child there. Can you see? And that's the person that's offering. So it's almost like you feel that you're being offered too little for the experience that you actually have as that queen. So you're the Queen of Wands. When you're a Queen of Wands in a work reading, you've got a lot of experience. But it's almost like you're saying to yourself, you know, this Two of Cups here in the reverse, this is an imbalanced thing. This is no agreement. I don't want to agree to this. I don't think this is a balanced partnership. This is not a balanced partnership. It's not a fair thing, because you're holding back because it's unfair. The offer is unfair here, okay? You can see that this is not a balanced partnership, and this isn't going to be a very... So if you partner up with these people, you can see, Virgo, that this isn't going to be a very fair kind of collaboration. It's not going to be a fair contract. You know, you could probably even see yourself breaking the contract, because you are being offered with that Six of Cups too little. Can you see how you're the little person? You've got your gloves on. This is definitely you. Can you see how the child wears the gloves? She's very cautious about taking it. That's you. So I feel that you're kind of saying to yourself here, Virgo, if I take this, I can see, being the hermit, I can see that I'm going... And I think that's what it is. I think that you say, I hold back here because the offer that they're making to me is unfair. Justice reversed. And I can see, because he's looking into this, Two of Cups reversed, I can see myself breaking the contract. In other words, I could see myself leaving and not sticking around, because I've got a lot of experience as the Queen of Wands, all right? And they're offering me too little. Can you see how you've got the kid gloves on here? That's you, the little child there. There you go. There you are. And this is what they're offering you. Can you see how they're looking down on you? It's almost like you say, I've got so much experience and they're offering me too little for the experience I've got. So that's why you won't be taking it, because you actually feel that you're being shortchanged. You actually feel that you deserve more. So that's what I'm seeing for. Where is this heading? I think that you're just putting your boundaries up there with the Emperor energy. I think you're putting your boundaries with the Emperor energy. I think that you're kind of going to say to them, you know, this is what I want. I can see you laying down the law as that Emperor. I think where it's going to head to is that you're going to say, you know, well, I've got this experience. This is what I expect to be offered. And if you can't offer me that, then, you know, maybe this isn't going to work out. I just feel that this is a case of you guys, you know, establishing your boundaries. You won't take any less, which is fair enough. Let's have a look finally at what the finances are saying here. The moon. Okay, so the moon can talk about things that are hidden in terms of finances. But also, if you look here, can you see the woman? She's submerged in water. So this can show kind of deep anxiety and deep fears and deep worries emotionally as well, with the moon card about work. About money. And also the moon is all about changing phases. So it might be that one moment money's okay, one moment money may not be so okay. Let's have a look at the next one. Well, underneath this, what are you experiencing? So, I mean, the devil is tricky. On the one hand, the devil can mean that there are problems and limitations with money. It can mean that you've got a lot of debt as well. So the devil can show up when you've got... You see that person on a string there? They're being held back by debt. So the devil can represent debt, owing lots of money, you know, having a lot of stuff to pay out. Can be the devil energy showing there. But on the other hand, the devil is ruled by Capricorn, which can mean great wealth as well. Let's have a look. This can also mean an attachment to the material as well when you get the devil card. But it's coming underneath the guise of the moon, where I feel, just looking at this moon card here, Virgo, some of you guys are really being quite submerged. You're submerged emotionally. You seem to be worrying quite a bit. Underneath that, what you're experiencing, it could be that you're feeling quite limited by all the debt that you owe, for some of you guys. What's the next one here? Yeah, I think it's debt. It's being aspected by that Four of Cups. There's a great deal of unhappiness here. I think that you're fed up as well. If you look at her face. Look at how she looks towards the devil. See that? She's really fed up. Can you see her? She's like, I'm fed up of the debt. I'm fed up of being limited in life by the debt. What have we got? I wouldn't be surprised if you had like a Hierophant or a Hermit or something here. What have we got? Oh, well, we've just got the Five of Cups. I'm just feeling like I'm sorry to say your financial reading isn't that great, because the Five of Cups means feeling sadness and regret with the Five of Cups energy. But it might also be that you're going to have to give certain things up as well. When you get cards like Five of Cups and the Four of Cups as well, it means having to give certain things up. So the Four of Cups could be as well one of those cards that tells you that you're going to have to abstain. And that might be as well having to abstain from all the luxuries as well, because the devil, as I said, is ruled by Capricorn, and that is the house of money, ambition, housing, property, great wealth. That's what the devil can mean as well. So if you get the Four of Cups, sometimes this means you have to abstain because she's not picking up the cup. So some of you guys are fed up with the debt. Some of you guys are having to abstain from all the nice things that you like getting, that type of thing. And some of you guys, if you're having to abstain with the Four of Cups from spending how you like to spend with the devil energy, Five of Cups, it could be, oh, I'm really fed up with this. And some of you guys are really tired of the debt. But with the Five of Cups energy, there's no point in kind of just looking at it with the Five of Cups eyes. You've got to do something about it. What is the long-term outcome from that, though, showing up in your finance reading? Well, the Lovers shows up here. So I feel that there are some very important decisions that you're going to have to make in terms of your finances with that Lovers energy showing here. I feel that you're going to have to make a few head-over-heart decisions concerning your finances. You also might want to get kind of other people involved. You might want to talk to people. It's ruled by Mercury as well, so communication. You might want to communicate with others as well. Communicate with outside agencies about what you can do about that. Okay? Because I just feel that here, I certainly feel that if you enjoy spending with the devil energy, if you are very attached to the material, then it may be with the Four of Cups that the next 6 months means that it's time to abstain a little bit. With that Four of Cups, it's time to kind of like, you know, go on a little bit of sabbatical when it comes to spending money. It might leave you with the Five of Cups feeling a little bit morose and sad about it. But at the end of the day, where it's leading to is the Lovers energy showing here. Which to me is all about kind of, you know, having to make those head over heart decisions when it comes to the really important stuff. You know, or having to talk to others or communicate with other people with the Lovers energy showing there, you know. Or ask for help from others with the Lovers energy. Ask for support from others with the Lovers energy showing here, okay? Especially if you can't spend how you usually like to spend. You may want to ask for, you know, support. Maybe there are people who can cut down how much you pay, that type of thing. But also if you're tired of the debt, showing up here, she clearly looks really tired of the devil. She's tired of the, you know, the problems with money. Then with the Five of Cups energy, there is now a case of needing to kind of look at what is and do something about it. You know, there might be some remorse and sadness with that, but at the end of the day, there's no point in kind of getting morose about it. You have to do something about it. And again, this might count in the long term. It might come through a group. Or making agreements, partnering up, because the Lovers is also an agreement card. So it might be that the long-term outlook is with the Lovers energy that you're going to have to kind of do something about the agreements and stuff. Let me just clarify what that Lovers is. What do you mean by the Lovers? Can you magnify the Lovers for us, please, in 2 cards? What do you mean the long-term outcome for this financial reading is the Lovers in 2 cards? Well, the High Priestess, and that would be to get some advice. With the High Priestess energy, it's intuition, but she's also an advisor. This is somebody like a debt person or someone that you could confide in who would keep your secrets. High Priestess energy. The Page of Wands showing up here. So, you know, the Page of Wands is all about communication, isn't it? It's all about talking. High Priestess. So it means the High Priestess, which is somebody that you can confide in. Page of Wands, communication is the Page of Wands energy. I feel that you need to kind of open up. I don't think that this is, I think the King of Cups is the person that you would, I just wanted to pull another card. I felt it was an unfinished sentence. I feel that you need to, because this is coming out of this. So this speaks, this doesn't. It feels like you need to kind of open up with the Page of Wands energy, what's going on. So some of you guys have been hiding things. Some of you guys are hiding how difficult things have been financially, and I just feel that you need to open up about this to somebody. A King of Cups would be someone who could help. So I feel that here, especially if you're tired of having problems with money, this Four of Cups looking into that Devil, can you see her face? She's like, oh, I'm fed up with this, man. I'm absolutely had enough of it, you know. If you're tired about kind of feeling that your finances are really strained here, and you can't spend anything, and I can't have any nice luxuries or anything like that, and you're really kind of feeling fed up with it, with that Five of Cups and that type of thing, and the energy is of just feeling like this emotional, this feeling kind of overwhelmed with that Moon energy, and feeling really anxious because you're really tired of not having that surplus cash and really fed up with it, then I do feel that when it says the Lovers, that you need to communicate this. You need to kind of get people on board who can help you, I think, with the Lovers energy here. Speak about it, partner up with people, talk to groups, get some new agreements going. And I feel it's saying, just looking at this, the High Priestess, because this could be the High Priestess speaks with the Page, because she doesn't speak, does she? But she speaks with the Page being her mouthpiece. So this could be you, actually, Virgo, the High Priestess. The High Priestess needs to speak to the King of Cups. The High Priestess needs to speak Page of Wands to the King of Cups. This is somebody who can help you. You're the High Priestess, because I think that this Moon energy that shows up here, Virgo, where you've been submerging yourself, because you are underwater, so where you've just been kind of like submerged by all of this worry and this fear and this anxiety and everything. And it's funny because you're underneath the water and the Moon is on top of the water. It's almost like you're hiding away from the light. It's almost like you don't want to open up here. You're keeping a lot of secrets as well with that Moon energy, You've been battling a lot of stuff financially on your own, I think, Virgo, and you haven't been speaking about it. And I think the universe is saying that now you need to start communicating this to others. And that's why it calls you the High Priestess. Virgo, the High Priestess, needs to speak Page of Wands energy finally to somebody who can help, because you've been bottling things up. You're the High Priestess. I think some of you guys have been bottling things up for too long. You need to speak to somebody about it, okay? You need to speak to someone about it, because for some of you guys it's just becoming really overwhelming. Okay, what is the outlook then? What is the advice then for the next 6 months? What is the advice? The advice is wisdom. Okay, I think that you just need to use your wisdom at all times over the next 6 months. All right, I think that you need to use your wisdom, and you need to use your intuition. All right, I certainly feel for the love area, Virgo, that there are 2 men around you. All right, and they are equally as good. All right, you're talking to both of them about, I think, building, working towards building a nice, and a foundation. In other words, working towards building a solid relationship, but you're speaking to both of them. Now, it's going to lead to justice in the end, all right? It's going to lead to, yes, having to make a final decision, I think, with the Justice energy, but either one that you choose is going to be the right one as well with Justice. Now, in terms of this being a big decision, it's because you are looking for someone to free you. I think that with the Three of Wands, you're looking for someone to free you, all right? Free you from what? The Empress reverse, loneliness, a lack of love, feeling unloved, feeling a lack of happiness, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, feeling that you've not had any love and you've not accomplished anything with the Nine of Cups, no children, no marriage, no solid, no solid relationship, no this, no that, no the other. I think that you're looking for someone to free you from that, and you are facing, you are facing a decision on how you do that. The only thing I would say is that it's a lovely reading, but just make sure that your reasons for being with someone are the right reasons, because what I'm getting from this reading, Virgo, is that your reasons for wanting to be with either one of these people is because you want someone, you want to feel loved, but also you want to be freed from a life of loneliness or a life of just not feeling nurtured. And because you've met these great people, it's like, I want someone to free me from this. So the reasons are that you're looking for someone to free you from this life of unhappiness. For some of you Virgos, with the Empress reverse and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Both reversals, both showing people who are not loved, not nurtured, and great unhappiness. But you're looking for people to free you from that. I would only say about the love area in the next 6 months, make sure that the people that you get with, the people that you fall in love with, are the people that you should be falling in love with, and that you are with them because it just feels like it's right, and that you're happy to be in a relationship rather than having a reason that you just need someone to rescue. Because it just looks like to me the decision that you're making here, Virgo, is because you're looking for someone to rescue you, and I always feel that that's a bad idea. I haven't been in a relationship for a long time. My last relationship was 2 years ago or so, nearly 3 years ago, and I got into that, as I have always done in all of the relationships that I've been in, for the wrong reasons. I was always looking for someone to rescue me from something, and every single time I did that, it was the wrong thing to do. And therefore I actually feel that that justice energy, where this is leading, is not to the right thing, but more about the big decision that you do need to make. Because when I think about it this way, all I think is that when I did that, it always ended up wrong, because I was getting involved with people for the wrong reasons. So I would just say it's a lovely reading, and I'm glad that you've got all of these, you've got these two very adoring people around you, and you know, you're just kind of saying, well, I need to find the person who's going to, you know, give me that freedom, because this is, you know, it's leading to a big decision, and that decision is you are trying to find Three of Wands, someone to free you from that Empress reverse and the Nine of Cups reverse, which is a life of loneliness, a lack of love, a lack of this, a lack of that, and unhappiness here, just not getting what you want. And you're facing a big decision on that. You're facing a decision between who do I go for, who can give me that, but what about what you can give to them? That's all I would say. Just make sure that you are getting involved with either one of these people for the right reason. The other thing is, in terms of the wisdom that you need to use, is in this area here as well. Here we have the Page of Wands, which is a new opportunity is coming in. Now, the Page of Wands is very telling, because often when you get the Page of Wands in a reading, looking at how this looks, it feels to me that this is an opportunity that may be on a lower scale than what you're used to, because there's somebody here, I think, with this Queen of Cups who is offering you, with that Six of Coins energy, an opportunity. But I feel with the Hanged Man energy, okay, with the Hanged Man energy, it almost feels like that you take a step back, and you're kind of delaying, kind of saying yes to this over the next 6 months, mainly because you feel that the offer with the Justice card reverse is unfair, and you could see yourself as the Hermit you are, looking into the Two of Cups, okay, so you have the foresight as well, okay, you have a very clear insight into this. You can clearly see yourself kind of not seeing this contract through, so you might start it, but then you might go somewhere else with the Two of Cups in the reverse, and it's all because you've got a lot of experience with being that Queen of Wands energy, and you're saying they're offering me this Six of Cups energy, you being the little girl with the little kid with the kid gloves on, and this being the person, the Queen of Cups, that's offering you it. This Queen of Cups is offering me a pay packet that is beneath my, my experience, okay, and the long-term outcome is the Emperor energy. You're going to put boundaries on this. You're going to define what your boundaries are, and you're going to say, actually, I want more than this. But I do feel that this correlating to this, Virgo, means that you need to be wise in how you choose your words as well in this situation too. Use your intuition when you are speaking to people about stuff, okay, because you don't want to kind of shoot yourself in the foot. What if there's another opportunity within the company that comes up that does kind of fit in with your experience? You want to choose how you speak quite wisely. Finally, use your wisdom, use your nous, basically. Some of you guys have been going through a terrible time financially. The Moon card, there's been a lot of worries here. You've been absolutely submerged by debt, submerged by anxiety, submerged by worry, and you are tired of the debt. You're tired with that Four of Cups energy of being, of being a hostage to all of this money that you owe and that type of thing, with the Devil energy showing here, and it's making you feel very sad. So the universe is saying that you need to kind of get other people involved with that, with the Lover's energy. You need to start communicating with others. You also, just looking at the nakedness of these people, you shouldn't be afraid to show your vulnerabilities either. And I feel that some of you guys, it's clarifying, it's saying that you have been very secretive here. So the High Priestess speaks with the Page of Wands. Basically, you've been hiding stuff. That's why you're showing as the moon submerged. All right. So whatever it is that you're hiding, and whoever it is that you're hiding from, you need to start speaking to a King of Cups. This is someone who will be understanding. This is somebody who will be able to help you with this. Just open up and speak to someone instead of thinking that you can do it all on your own. All right. That is the live spread, my darlings. I hope you enjoyed that for the last 6 months. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you would like your own live spread reading, it does cover 7 areas. You can find that on the website. If you go to the Purchase a Reading page, you'll find that reading there. And you can order that at any time. We do a 6 to 12 month overview over the course of 6 to 12 months, obviously. And you can order that at any time. We just start the timing from the time that we start the reading. All right then. Love you guys loads. Remember that you have your month ahead reading sitting next door to this one as well. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.